Have you ever wondered how an underdog could rise to power and conquer one of the greatest ancient civilizations? This is not a tale spun from the loom of fiction, but of a very real and remarkable historical event. Let's set the stage in the 8th century BC, in the heart of the kingdom of Kush, present-day Sudan, where a determined king named Pi ascends to the throne. King Pi was not content with ruling just Kush. His ambitions were grander, his aspirations higher. He was drawn north to Lower Egypt, a land with a rich history and a civilization that had stood proud and unyielding for thousands of years. But King Pi was undeterred. With strategic prowess and a formidable army, he launched an invasion that would change the course of history. The invasion was successful. The mighty land of Egypt, the cradle of civilization, was conquered. But King Pi did not stop there. He did something unprecedented, something extraordinary. He founded a new dynasty of Egyptian rulers, the Nubian dynasty, and thus created the largest Egyptian empire in centuries. The Nubian dynasty was unlike any other. The Kushite rulers did not just conquer and rule, they integrated, they absorbed, they learned. They blended the rich Kushite culture with ancient Egyptian practices, creating a unique fusion that marked their reign. And they revived an ancient Egyptian tradition that had been dormant for centuries. The construction of pyramids for deceased rulers. For almost 100 years, the Nubian dynasty held sway over Egypt, a reign that was marked by cultural integration and architectural revival. Not since the New Kingdom ended in the 11th century BC had Egypt and Kush been so united, so intertwined. So the Nubian dynasty, under the reign of King Pi, had successfully conquered and ruled the mighty land of Egypt. The underdog had risen not just to power but to prominence, leaving an indelible mark on the annals of history. The tale of the Nubian dynasty is a testament to the power of ambition and the remarkable ability to adapt, learn, and integrate. Now that we have seen their rise to power, let's dive into the reign and influence of the Nubian dynasty. Upon seizing control of Lower Egypt, the Kushites, under King Pi, ushered in a unique era of cultural fusion. They didn't merely conquer, they embraced, adapted, and integrated. The Nubian dynasty became a vibrant melting pot, where Kushite traditions danced alongside ancient Egyptian customs in a harmonious ballet of cultures. One of the most prominent aspects of this cultural blend was the revival of pyramid construction, a practice that had been dormant since the end of the New Kingdom, almost 7 centuries prior. The Nubian rulers resurrected this monumental tradition, honoring their deceased leaders with towering pyramids, a testament to their might and reverence for the past. The echoes of their architectural prowess can still be seen today in the Nubian pyramids of Sudan, standing as silent witnesses to a time of cultural amalgamation and grandeur. But it wasn't just about resuscitating old practices. The Nubian dynasty was also a harbinger of change. They introduced new ideas and beliefs into the Egyptian sphere, creating a unique cultural tapestry that still influences the region today. Indeed, the Nubian dynasty left a significant mark on the Egyptian culture, reviving old practices and introducing new ones. Their reign, though relatively brief, was a dynamic period of cultural exchange and innovation, a testament to the enduring power of cultural fusion. They may have been pushed back to Nubia, but their influence lingers, engraved in the annals of history. Every empire has its fall, and the Nubian dynasty was no exception. The 8th century BC marked the rise of the Nubian dynasty, a power born out of the Kushite kingdom in present-day Sudan. However, by 656 BC, the tides of power had begun to shift. The Nubians, who had once conquered Lower Egypt, found themselves on the defensive. Their reign, which had lasted for almost a century, was under threat. External pressures, internal strife, and a changing political landscape were slowly pushing them back from the lands they had once dominated. Despite their best efforts to maintain control, the Nubians were eventually pushed back into their original homeland. The empire, once a formidable force, had reached its tipping point. The once thriving dynasty was retreating, marking the end of their reign in Egypt. Yet, even in their decline, the Nubians left an indelible mark on history. They had successfully blended their Kushite culture with ancient Egyptian practices, creating an identity that was uniquely their own. They had revived the construction of pyramids for deceased rulers, a practice that had fallen out of favor for centuries. Their fall was not a disappearance, but rather a shift. The Nubian dynasty may have ended, but its influence did not. The legacy of the Nubians continued to resonate, their culture and practices echoing through the ages. And thus, the reign of the Nubian dynasty in Egypt came to an end, but their influence and legacy continue to echo through the annals of history.